Taurus 2020 horoscope. Welcome, dear friends. This is the astrology prediction for people with the sun or rising sign in Taurus. During the video, you will learn how the important key events during 2020 will affect you. And some of them are the Jupiter and Saturn transitions in Capricorn and Aquarius, and also the conjunction between them. The Jupiter and Saturn conjunction with Pluto, one of the key aspects during the whole year. The nodes also shift their sign positions, which is rare and significant for our growth as well. On top of that, Venus and Mars are both being retrograde during the year. Venus is the ruler of your sign, so for you, this would be a major important transit. We are also going to talk about the outer planets and their degree positions. If you would like to get also the 2020 astrology calendar, it's available now. The link is below the video, and this calendar will give you daily insights about the visible and invisible planets, the aspects and the interpretation, the moon, and so much more. So if you would like to have this on your own, you can find the link below. Now let's begin 2020 with the good stuff. So probably you know that I will start talking about Jupiter, and you are right. Jupiter will shift its sign position and will be in Capricorn for the most part of 2020, basically until the middle of December. And for you guys, it will trigger your 9th house. A very nice position, because 9th house is related to our goals, related to our future perspective, our philosophical way of thinking. So this is a great time to expand, to learn new things, to travel, to explore, to set up some new goals, and on top of that, to be successful in those goals. So Jupiter is really your friend. On top of that, Jupiter in Capricorn is also having a trine, positive aspect with Taurus. So you can really grow and expand. You can really learn. You can open up your mind for a new philosophy, for a new way of thinking. And you might have more luck, more opportunities in regards to those goals that you can set up for the future. We also need to mention that Jupiter won't be alone in your 9th house, because Saturn is there part of the year as well. So basically from January until March, and from July until the middle of December, Saturn is in Capricorn as well. So it means that you can really achieve significant results in regards to your long-term goals, but only with hard work, only with consistency and effort and discipline and structure. So 9th house, as you can see, is one of the most triggered during 2020. So your philosophy, your belief system, you might transform them. You might look at things from a completely different perspective. And you can achieve growth and stable results, but through hard work, especially between those couple of months. However, we also need to talk about Saturn and the ingression in 10th house. Saturn will move to your 10th house from March until June, and after the middle of December, after the 17th of December. And Saturn in 10th house is actually in a very strong position, because that's the house we normally associate to Saturn. So this is a time to restructure things in regards to your career, your business, your public work. There might be some kind of tests. There might be like a testing period, but if you really deserve, you will receive your success. You will see the results of your efforts. So stable work and growth, but through patience and consistency in regards to career and business. Those three planets, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto, are also gonna make conjunctions with each other. So basically, Saturn and Pluto are the first one, joining together on the 12th of January in your 9th house. That's a big one. This is an aspect which has happened for the last time early in the 80s of the previous century. So 1982, 83, we had this conjunction. And this is an important transit. This is a transit which requires transformation of some kind of structures, of the things that you believe in, of your own rules, the philosophy that you have. And there might be also lots of power. The great thing is that all of those planets are trining your sign, the Taurus sign. So it can happen in a harmonious, in a smoother way. And those transformations can bring more stability in your life eventually. So time to question the things you believe in, your long-term goals. You may need to transform some of them. You might need some time to accomplish all of that, but there is also an opportunity to scale things. Pluto brings huge scale. And Pluto will be together with Jupiter as well, 3 times during 2020, actually, April, June, and November. Again, all of that triggers your 9th house, so your goals can change completely. If education is an important part of your life, that's also something that can change for you. And you may grow, you may understand things from a different perspective, you may be successful and also have an impact on others. Pluto allows us to influence other people. So you can be empowered, you can be motivated, you may really want to do something for your future, to plant the seeds for the future. Very, very transformative aspects. Jupiter and Saturn are also gonna meet together. Basically, through the whole 2020, they're chasing each other in your 9th house. But the exact conjunction will be in your 10th house, happening the 21st of December. So basically, the whole December, we may feel that. This change, this shift, and Jupiter and Saturn are 2 social planets. The 2 social planets joining together in the major career house of your chart. Obviously, it's big news about career, business, opportunities. So we still have the opportunity to expand and grow, but at the same time, to bring the stability, the practical approach, the realistic approach of Saturn. And while Jupiter and Saturn are chasing each other in your 9th house, basically for the most part of 2020, it's also time to find the balance between the optimism and the realism. So where are you on the scale and how you can get the most of it? But as we said, the exact conjunction is in 10th house, the end of December. So December can be quite significant in terms of your career and opportunities for business. We are moving next to the nodes. So the lunar nodes are staying in one sign for 18 months. And basically until the middle, until May of 2020, the nodes, the north one is in Cancer, the south node in Capricorn. For you triggering 3rd and 9th house. So you can grow, you can expand in regards to practical things, in regards to actually, here I have a small mistake which I need to, no, actually that's exactly how it is, my mistake. So we are fine. In 3rd and 9th house are the nodes at the beginning, and then they move to your 2nd and 8th house. So first of all, until May, you need to concentrate on knowledge, on your friendships. You can grow in this area. You may have some successful contacts with other people. You may learn, but the key here is to focus on the practical skills, on the practical knowledge, which is third house, on people, your social connection with people, and to let go with the South Node in your ninth house, to let go of philosophies that you don't need, that are not working well for you. So very, very active ninth house. Then after the 5th of May, things are shifting. So the North Node will move to your second house, which is a great opportunity for you to focus more on your financial independence, your own resources, and to expand in this area. With the South Node in 8th, you need to let go of dependency on other people, not to rely so much on their resources, and to focus more on being practical, being grounded, earning your own resources, expanding, succeeding in terms of financial issues. Basically, that's what second house is. And next, we need to cover, of course, the eclipses, because they are related to the nodes as well. During 2020, we are going to have 6 of them. The first one starting on the 10th of January and triggering your third house. There is a lunar eclipse in third house, so you need to change something about your contact with other people, with your way of thinking, potentially about your knowledge, about your experience, and overall to find the balance between the goals and the tasks that you have. This is also an interesting time for some kind of materialization, specifically related to your third house. The next couple of eclipses are during the summer. Between the 5th of June and the 5th of July, we have 3 eclipses, guys. So the first one is a lunar one, triggering your 8th house. So transformations and changes, mutual finances and resources, that's where you can change something. At the same time, it's a nice aspect also to pay attention to your health, to your own energy. Then the 21st of June, there is a solar eclipse triggering your third house. During this time, it would be nice to focus on knowledge, on practical skills, on connections with other people, and just to explore different ideas. Then the 5th of July brings a lunar eclipse in your ninth house. So changes in regards to your beliefs, in regards to your goals, some kind of potential changes in regards to the future that you see for yourself. Those are the major topics. And the last couple of eclipses are at the end of the year. The 30th of November, there is a lunar eclipse in your second house. So focus on your personal finances. Focus on what you need to change in regards to your behavior, how you spend, how you earn money. The next eclipse is on the 14th of December, the last one for the year. It will be a solar eclipse and it will trigger 8th house. Mutual finances, the resources from other people, what you can change there, what can be transformed, health issues can be important as well. So important houses are triggered in your house, guys. 8th and 2nd house are the resources area. 3rd and 9th house are the goals, the knowledge, and your plans for the future. Next, we are moving to the other big transit for the year, especially for you. The ruler, your lord, your princess, Venus, is turning retrograde. It happens once in 18 months. And during 2020, we are gonna have one of those between May the 12th and June the 24th. All of the time, Venus will be retrograde in Gemini. Between the 22nd and the 5th degree, in your case, triggering second house. So during those like 40 days approximately, you need to be careful, specifically in regards to money, resources, and all kinds of personal belongings. I would not suggest you take some important financial decisions or buy expensive stuff or invest money in something. Any significant purchase should be avoided. On the positive side, things related to the past might reappear in your life, specifically related to resources. So, for example, old ways of earning money or something that before has been like a source of income for a certain reason might become part of your life again. So make sure to be extra careful. I repeat again, Venus being the ruler of your sign makes this transit even more significant than for the other signs. So extra attention. And overall, Venus always requires the need to find balance, to find the harmony. You will search for this harmony and balance in a practical way, the area of resources and money. And the next retrograde period, we have Mars. This time, Mars will be retrograde between the 9th of September and the 12th of November. Mars is retrograde once in 2 years, so this is a big one, and it's also a longer transit. So be cautious specifically in regards to your 12th house. It means mostly more personal stuff, not so much visible. You might be more active while you are on your own, or to reconsider some of your past actions or reactions. So what you can change there. And overall, this is a transit which can make you kind of more close, more introverted. It may not manifest on a practical, on a material level. Pay attention if the cusp of your 12th house is between the 28th and the 15th degree of Aries. And pay more attention also to your health if that's the case. The other retrograde periods are kind of expected. We have them each year, and this time there are 3 Mercury retrograde cycles. February, March is the first one, triggering your 11th and 10th house. So more attention to friendships, communities, and career around this time. The next one is June, July in your 3rd house. So more attention to communication, contacts, communication with friends or siblings, ideas, traveling, and education. And the last Mercury retrograde phase, October, November, in your 7th and 6th house. So this time you need to be careful with relationships, partnerships, and also health and work. All of those periods can be beneficial for restarting something old or for reevaluation and reflection. And overall, we recommend avoiding starting new things, new business or important contracts or anything that you want to be long-term should be avoided if that's brand new for you. But after all, don't forget, Mercury retrograde does not mean we have to stop living. So sometimes we just need to do something. And if we do it during Mercury retrograde, it suggests that later we may need to change, reevaluate things, or it's just not meant to be long-lasting, long-term, which very often is okay, actually. Not everything should be meant to last forever. And now we are moving to the outer planets. We begin with Uranus, which is the most important for you guys because Uranus is in Taurus, your own 1st house. It's crucially important if your sun or ascendant is between the 3rd and the 11th degree. It means that Uranus will either cross your sun or ascendant sign, ascendant degree. And that's one of the most transformative aspects you can have. This is once in a lifetime aspect, by the way, and time to really make new steps, to really move forward. There might be instability, there might be lots of shifts around you. You might be both excited and nervous, but it's time to grow also. It's time to move to another level, as long as you're ready for the change, of course. All kinds of changes are supported by the Uranus transit for you guys. So open up your mind, be brave, take action, explore, experiment, learn new things. If you have some stressful time with this transit, learning astrology is one of the best ways to balance the Uranus energy. Next, we have Neptune. Neptune is in Pisces in your 11th house during the year between the 16th and the 21st degree. So not a life-changing transit, might be very important if the cusp of your 11th house is between the 16th and the 21st degree. Neptune in 11th house can make you more emotionally connected to your friends or more focused on some kind of idealistic, romantic future. So it's positive, it's supportive, it's bringing creativity, it's bringing inspiration and close connection to other people. And finally, Pluto. Pluto is your friend. Pluto is in Capricorn, your friend sign, so basically it supports you. Pluto will be between the 22nd, the 25th degree of Capricorn through the year. Don't forget, Jupiter and Saturn are joining it there. And of course, we already talked about it. Ninth house is one of the key points of the chart for you during 2020. So transformations of your worldview, of your perspective about the future, of your own philosophy, especially if the cusp of your house is somewhere between those degrees, 22nd and 25th degree, then this is a big one. But in one way or another, Pluto is supporting you. The transformations come easier. They are not that painful. They are not that drastic or sudden. So try to use this supportive energy. And overall, we can say that the most important aspects of the year or the focus point for you are, first of all, ninth house with those Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto connections there. So focus on the future, on your philosophy, on your perspective for new goals. At the same time, the nodes are triggering 9th and 3rd house, then 8th and 2nd house. So through the year, you need also to be present. 3rd and 2nd house, where the North Node is, they're both very grounded, very practical houses. So you need to stay grounded. You need to focus on practical results, on practical achievements. Of course, the Venus retrograde cycle is also very significant for you. And I think that we kind of covered the most significant events. If you guys want to have this presentation available, I can send it to you. Just type your email in the comments below and you will always be able to check up the important things I discussed. Don't forget, if you want all of the other stuff that the astrology calendar can bring you, you will find the link below. And also, I would like to ask you to let me know, what are you most excited for? Is there something that you are waiting for, or maybe something else you don't really know what to expect from? Share in the comments. We are always stronger when we connect. Thank you very much for watching the video. I'm wishing you all a wonderful, amazing, fantastic, creative, expanding 2020. I will be always here for you, and it was a real pleasure as usual. Take care until next time.